I made this video to cover most frequent asked coding question in interview. I'm not claiming that only these question interviewer will ask, but yes, there is a high possibility they will ask the question in the given list. So I made this video to explain this all coding question in a Python programming language. But if you belongs to other programming language like a Java, C++, refer to this list of a question and practice it in your language. But important is this list of question. Let's start with the very first question here. Write a program to remove the duplicates from a list without using any inbuilt function. Let me start it here. So suppose I have a list which is defined like this: 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 7 comma 8 comma 3 comma 3. So this is the list, and I have to write a program where this duplicate element should be removed from the given list. So let me first iterate it, all the elements for each in a entire list is stored in the value in the variable a. So yeah, let me create one more list outside data, we can say. And if the particular elements, so each is nothing but each and every elements, if particular elements is already present in a data, if each in data, then of course I will not append it. Okay, I will not append it. But if the particular element is not present, so better to write the particular elements each not in data, not in data, then I will directly append it here, data dot append, and pass the element in each. So what will be happen? So the next time when I just pass the each is become a one, so one is not present in the data which is defined the blank list, and if not present, so of course it will be appended here. So now one is already present in a data, so next time when one again came, so one will not be appended because each already there in the list. So when I just run it and check the data, so yeah, there is no duplicates element is available. So this way we can remove our duplicates elements. We can find it out unique elements, we can say. So let's jump on the that question was really very simple. Let's jump on the next question. To find it out the prime number from 1 to 100 range, first you have to create a function where if I'm passing any number, that should be print that it's a prime or not. If it's prime, then it's showing the true, and if it's not prime, showing the false. So simply uh, any number you can consider, like n is equal to 7, which is a prime number. So I have to just iterate it the entire process. What is the logic of the prime number? The prime number logic is that should be divisible by the same number or 1. Should be divisible by the same number n or 1. Okay, so I'll do it the iteration process for I in range of n. One more thing. So 1 is neither prime nor not a prime. Okay. So we will not start from the 0. I will start from the 2. If the number, the particular number, if the particular number, so n is divisible by 2, if it not a 2, divisible by I, is a particular number is divisible by I, then of course it's not a prime, is equal to 0, and then I'll just print it here. Um, uh, Simply not a prime. Okay, not a prime. So when I just run it, I didn't not find it out any answer. That means it's a prime. Suppose if I have a number 27, 27. So 27 when I just run it, yes, it's a prime. So 2 times is a divisible by the range of 2 to n something. So what I can do, I just make it inside the function. So def function name is prime, and pass the variable n. and put it everything inside the block, function block. If that is the not a prime, then I'll just directly return false, or else return true. Okay. And um, and also make it if the number should be greater than 1. Okay, that this condition should be the followed. If the number should be greater than 1, then you should try it. Okay, let me put everything inside that. And yeah, and yes, so I have to create the prime number from the 1 to 100. So let me first check it is properly working or not. Is prime. So let me just make it smaller. Yep, is prime, and pass the particular number. Let me pass the 34. So yes, it's showing the false. That means it's not a prime. If I'm passing the number is a 17, it's showing the true. That means it's a prime. So now I have to make a list from 1 to 100. Okay. So of course I will not take it 1 to 100. It will take the from the 2 to 100. So simply I will define the number for each in um each in range from 2 to 100. That means 101. And yep, and the each, and this is the list comprehension. I'm just directly applying it over there. So you can, and you'll get the entire list here 2 to 100. Okay, 2 to 100. I have to make it condition here. If if is prime, pass the values is each. So when I just run it, I'll find it out 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So I'll make the condition here. The condition is what? Is prime. And it will be run only those number, those return the true. So it's returning true only for the prime number. So this one I can see it's prime number list. So I'll got it, prime number list is here. So always try to make it in a more simpler way. Okay, so I don't think so you'll facing any difficulties. The main condition is this one: if the number is divisible by in the range of 2 to that particular number, if any number is divisible in between, then of course it's not a prime. If it's not a prime, then of course it's a prime. If it's the number is not yeah, okay, if the number is not a prime, okay, so it will be written as a false, and it will be divisible by the any number from the 2 to n. So yeah, hope you got it here. Question number 3, sort the number in a given list. Let me just define the list here, which is 23, 12, 45, 63, 11, 15, 93. So this is my list, and I have to sort it here. So as a Python developer, we are normally thinking about it. Let's make it in build method, sort it and apply the array here. You'll get the answer. But this is not a solution. In an interview, the people are asking that you have to make it sort without using any in-build method. How can you do that? So what I will do, I will apply it here. I will just compare this number to this number, compare it, and if the first number is greater than that, I will swipe it. The swiping techniques I'll just apply it here. The next time again I'll take this iteration, this one and this one, I'll take it. If the first number is greater than that, then again swipe it. I'll follow the same order till here, but again I don't need to reach till this values. So let me just make the one loop so that you can easily compare here. So for let's take a j in range, and let me define the n values. N is equal to um, length of array. Okay, pass it the range. So by default it will start from 0, and let's take it n. So of course I not need to go till n completely. I don't need to go to the n 93 here. I have to stop before 1, because I'll tell you. uh, so let me just click enter. If the array of j if array of j is greater than the array of j plus 1. J plus 1. So if you will just making till n, so n will be reached till 93. So j of 1, if you will make it will be throwing the error. So that's why I just make it n minus 1. If this kind of condition is there, so here you can just think about it with 23 and 12. If the j array of j means startingly the j is a 0, so the array of j means array of 0, which is 23, is a greater than 12, then I'll directly the swipe it. So what swipe method I'll just apply it here? So array of j, I will apply the array of j plus 1. Simple. And and the array of j plus 1, I'll just make it in the place of array of j. You can make like this, or else you can just go print in the next line as well. So when you just run it, one iteration will apply. Let me just remove the unnecessary things. So here, what will be apply here? It will be check 23, 12. If it's greater than, then swipe it. If it's not, not swipe. The first iteration, I'll got the values is 12 and then 23 and then 45 and then remaining all the values, right? So next time it will be checked from j become a 1. So it will take 23 and 45. So 23, 45, 23 is not greater than 45. So of course it will not swipe it. It will be swipe if the number is greater than that. Like here, 63 and 11. So here it will be swipe. So let me just run it first and show you how exactly it's work. I run it and find it out. The value is like this. So here the swipe operation is happened, right? So you can see 12 is replaced with the 23 and 23 replaced with the 12. And what is replaced? And 11 and 63. Not 11 and 63. Yeah, this is still there. Yeah, this one. So 45 and 63. That is also replaced. Okay, and 11 is also replaced. So it will be swiped to each other if the first number is greater than the just a second number, right? Just a second number. So the same time, if you still want to check that how the array is look like in each iteration, so you can just print it the array as well. uh, Not here, not here. After the swipe, each swipe how the array is look like, you can see like this is the two times it will be swiped. So one is swiped when the 23 is greater than 12. So 23 is greater than 12, that's why okay, better to not write there. I will write it here. Yeah. Yeah. So first iteration was 23 and 12. So 23 is greater than 12. So that's why it's replaced. So it's become 12 and 23, and the remaining one is as it is. Got it? Now the next one. So next iteration, uh, 12 and 45 is there. 12 and 45, of course, it will be, sorry, 23 and 45, it will be not change anything. But in the in the 20 in the 45 and 63, that is also not changed. So it is changed where if it's 23 and sorry, not 20, 63 and 11. So it will swipe only the 63 and 11 in the next iteration, 63 and 11. And the next time it's also become a 63 and 15. So 63 is greater than a 15. That's why this is also swiped. So here the 93 and 63, 63 is not greater than the 93. That's why it's not swiped. So the next time, so again, whatever values I received it, that is not completely in the sorted order. So that means I have to again apply the iteration. So that is the reason I told you not to go with the n completely. If you go in the n, so j plus 1 will throw the error. So that's why n only. So the next time again you have to go the iteration for the starting onward. Okay, I start from the 0 itself. So I have to start it again from the here itself. So let me just do it. For I in range, I'll take the n. Okay, each and every element I'll take, I'll put it inside that. So here, so 63 and 93 is already in the sorted order because it's reached the last values. So the next time I don't need to go till last values again, n minus 1, in the sense I have N is what is that? N is 7. So I reach till 6. The next time I don't need to reach till 6 completely. Next time I have to reach till here only, 63 only, because I already find it out the last element itself is the maximum values. So I will not make it till n minus 1. I will make it n minus 1 minus I. If it's starting from the 0, then taking the 0, it will be startingly, it will be n minus 1 only. If it's starting from the 12, uh, I is equal to 1 is starting, then it will be till here only. So when I just run it, so because of this entire iteration till here we already discussed. So next time when the iteration is starting, when the I become a 1, okay, I become a 1, and here the range will be 0 to, the range will be 0 to uh 7 minus 1, that is a 6 minus 1, which is the 5. So range will be 0 to 5 only. So it will be check here 0 1 2 3 4. 0 1 2 3 4, yeah, it will check only this part because we already find it out this solution is correct. So it will be check this one, the next time it will be check only this part, and finally we'll get it the complete sorting order of the array. So when you just check it here, the final one, we don't need to print it. So whenever you making any kinds of sorting or any kinds of experiment, always do the debug it if you are in a proper order or not. So let me just remove it here and make it the answer. So yes, it's properly in a sorted order. So hope you got it. And this kind of technique we are calling bubble sort. It's a bubble sort techniques. So this one is a bubble shot, and the likewise other techniques is also there. You can also explore it, like a binary shot is there and selection shot is there, but I choose this one. This one is easier one to find it out the sorting answer. Let's jump on a question number fourth. Question number fourth is also very similar to the sorting techniques. Sort the dictionary with value wise. So here I have a dictionary is A5, B1, C3, and 853. So I have to make it in a sorted order of the value wise. So whatever I just make it the last time, the same process I have to apply it for the values itself. So let's do it the same way. Let me just define the length first. So length, make it first dictionary, make it dictionary. So instead of input, let me just take the D itself, and yeah, and then length is D, so which is a 6. Let me store it the n variable. Okay, and then I will just follow the same process for I in range, which I defined the last time. So I in range is n, and the colon for j in range will, which is start from the 0, it will be n minus 1, yeah, 1 minus I. So that range will be the same as same here. So only condition will be changed here. So here the last time we applied for the entire elements, here it will be applied for the only some values here. So whatever items I have, so let's make it first in a dictionary. It's in items format, d dot items. So when you just make it items, it will showing the key values pair here. So, and let me store it directly, the dictionary item. Okay. So just make it items is equal to, yeah. And if the items, so I'll pass it J. So actually the items of J, when you just pass it, like the items of 0, like J is nothing but a indexing, which is 0 1 2 3 will show. So if you're passing the items of 0, items, okay, let me change the variable. Okay, so actually it's in dict item format. Let me make it the list format. Yeah. So here, so dict items, if I'm just passing it as 0, it will showing both the values. So it's not items, it will be dict items. Yeah. So dict item is by passing the 0, it will showing the both the key and values. But I have to work on the first, which is nothing but a values. So better to pass it 1 is here. And it will start comparing to dict items. I'll just part is j plus 1, and we'll do it the 1 here, because the 1 is nothing but the first element is a key and the second element is the value. And now I will just swipe it. So both the values, I'll just swipe it. If this condition will satisfy, I'll directly swipe it. So dict item, I'll directly swipe, not the values, key and values both. So j, I will replace with the dict item with a j plus 1, j plus 1. Okay, the same time, uh, I will also replace the dict item j plus 1, that will be dict item, which will be the j. Okay, so let me run it. So better avoid the conflict to put it in the one place. Yeah, so better to run it here, run and check the dict items again. Dict items again. So I'll find it out, B colon 1, C 3, F 3. So it's proper in the sorted order, but it's still showing in the dictionary, sorry, list format. So I can directly make it this, already the key value format is there. So I'll just directly make it dict of the data, and everything become a dictionary here. So now, so whatever output we are expected, B1, C3, F3, A5, E5, D8. So that is also the same answer. I find it out. So if you have a list, if you have a dictionary, the process will be the remain same. In the dictionary, we have to work on a key value pair, and a list we directly worked on elements. But the process is remains same. Whatever condition as I applied is remains same here. Let's do question number 5. Check the number is Armstrong or not. A number, suppose I am taking the number is 153, 153. The length of this particular number is a 3. So 1 to the power of 3 plus 5 to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3. Okay, so what is the length of that particular number, and each digit, if you just sum up everything, you'll getting the same answer, 153. If it's this kind of condition is satisfied, then we can say the particular number is an Armstrong number. So how can you make this logic here? So let's consider that I have a number which is a 153. Okay, a 153, and I have to check it, this number is a properly Armstrong or not. So what I'll do, I'll just convert this number into the different digit, like n is equal to, we can say str of n. And if you're making the str, then it will look like this one. And we can iterate it for each in str of n. Then whatever number, I'll just find it out. So each number, and we also have a length, right? We have also have a length. We can say len, length of, um, yeah, we can directly define the length is here. Directly define it here. If the condition is the each, whatever number I have, each to the power of the length of str of n. Okay, str of 1, which is nothing but a 3. Okay, each to the power of str of the particular number. And the better I can just print it so that you will get the answer here. So when I just run it, unnecessary supported the element. Okay, so print, I can just make it the length. Length is equal to length of str of n. Okay, so I find it out, the length, which is this. Okay, which is 3. And now I will run it for each in str of n. So each to the power of length. Okay. Let me also try to print it is properly working or not. This kind of debugging, I'm just doing it here. I'll find it out. The power is not supporting the str. Okay, each is nothing but a str here. I'll just make it int, convert it into the int. So yeah, 1, 25, and 27. So when you just add it, it will be getting the answer is 153. So I can say the arm number is equal to 0. Let me define it. And every time arm number plus is equal to whatever square, I'll just find it out. I'll just add it. The next time when you just check the arm number, so that will also showing the 153. So let's make it in the proper function wise. So always do the experiment in separately. Don't try to do it with function. So yeah, this one is properly working. Let's make it the function. Def is Armstrong. Okay, whatever n I have, so that we can define it. Let's put inside the function. Okay, let's remove it. And when I just check that, and if this number is matched, and I'll also check the condition if the arm number is matched with the n, the time I'll just return true. Okay, so I'll just make it is Armstrong. I'll just pass the number is 153 and check that it's Armstrong or not. Yes, it is Armstrong. I will also check that. There is also one more digit which is very famous. Uh, okay, 9474. When I just do it, that is also the Armstrong number. Okay, and let me pass some the normal digit here. 146. That is not an Armstrong number. That's why not printing the false here, right? So that is not printing anything. So outside I can also return false. That you can also do it. I'll just getting the false here. So this way you can do it Armstrong number. Always do the experiment without using the function, and after that you can directly apply the function there. Hope you understand this Armstrong concept. That is also one of the simple one. Okay, let's jump on the question number 6. Let me remove it. Yeah, question number 6. Better to just print it. This one, print, so that you can easily compare with all the numbers here, which one have Armstrong, which one is not have Armstrong. So one true, true, and false is getting the answer here. Yeah, let's do it to check that. Write a Python program to check if the number is palindrome or not. Palindrome in the sense, if I have a number, if you reverse it, then you will get it the same number, like a 1 2 2 1. So this number, if you reverse it 1 2 2 1, that is also getting the same number. That is called as a palindrome. There is a multiple way to do it. If you're working on a Python programming language, if I'm taking this particular number, n is equal to, if I'm just taking it here, and you can directly make it string, like n um, str of n, and you'll getting the string concept here, and you're going to storing the temp variable. Just make it so if the temp is matched with the temp of reverse order, like if you're just using all the rows, uh, and iterate it from -1. If you're just using the -1, it will be directly reverse it. Yeah, it directly reverse the values. If both are matching, then you can say it's a palindrome number. But so we can say it's a palindrome. So that will work. But the problem is here, in case if you're passing some particular number inside that you're not getting the palindrome. uh, and 3, if we'll just pass it, that is not a palindrome, right? But in in interview, the people are not asking that to directly reverse it. In the Python have lots of inbuilt method is available to do that, but this method people are saying that not to use, you have to make it the manual process. So manually to make it this particular number, suppose again I'm just taking the number is 1 2 2 1, and I want to make it the, the reverse with numerical concept without converting into the string. You have to apply the numerical concept over here. So how we can do it? So let's take some temporary number first. Temp number, I'm just making it n, and I have to reverse it. So let me just take a reverse number is equal to 0. Okay, this two number, and I'll also take what I can say. Let's apply the while loop, and if the particular number, yeah, we can say the uh, temp is greater than 0. So currently the temp is a 1 2 2 1. It's greater than a 0. It's still there. So I have to apply the loop till the temp become a, is equal to 0. Let me first taking the reminder here. Reminder will be whatever temp I have. So I'll just take the reminder with a 10. So if you'll just taking the reminder, let me also tell you like 1 2 2 1. Even just for understanding purpose, I will store it everything here. Okay. So the reminder, if you just pass it here, so you'll getting the reminder, which is the 1 itself. So I'll getting the reminder is a 1, I'll getting it. That particular reminder, and let me also take the reverse is equal to whatever reverse I have. Okay, whatever reverse, whatever reverse I have, I'll just multiply with a 10. So currently the reverse is a 0. I'll take it and then just add the reminder. Okay, and the next time whatever temp, I'll just get it, and I'll just temp is nothing but your entire number. So the entire number, I'll just apply the floor division. If you do the floor division, you will getting the starting value itself. 1 2 2 1 divided by the 10. If you just make it, you will getting the 122.1. But if you're making the floor division, you'll getting 122 itself. So when I just run it, you'll getting the 122. So the first iteration, it will be applied. And here I'll do the same thing because it's kind of reversing order to apply it here. So temp, I'll just do the floor division with the 10. So what I will do in the next time, the temp is still is temp is still is greater than 0. So now here my temp is become, let me store it somewhere. Yeah, temp is become, previously it was the exact number, but now it's become 1 to 1. Okay, and reminder, not a reminder, important is a reverse and the temp. So reverse is become 0. Reverse, previously it was a 0 into 10, it's become a 10 itself, a 0 itself. 0 plus reminder was a 1. So now the reverse become a 1. So in the next iteration, the reminder is equal to 10 modulo of temp modulo of 10. So the modulo of 10, if I'm just doing it, I have a 1 to 2, not a 1 to 1, 1 to 2. I'm getting the reminder is a 2. Okay, the reminder has become a 2, and reverse was itself is 10. Reverse is a 1 into 10. It's 10 plus 2. It's become a 12. So now it's become a 12 is here. Reverse become a 12. And the next time the temporary variable, this temporary variable is become 122 floor division of 122 floor division of 10. Then you'll getting the 12 itself. So again, we'll iterate it. The reminder will get the with the 12, then you'll getting the answer is 2 itself. And the 2 and I have the reverse, which is nothing but the 12 plus 10 into 10, it's become 120 plus 2, it's become a 122. Okay, and the now the temp is become temp already, the last time has become the 12 itself, and when I just making the 12, and it's become the 1. And the next time 1 modulo of 10, 1 modulo of 10, I'll be getting the 1 itself. So now when I just add it, 122 into 10 plus reminder is nothing but your 1. So now it's become 1, 2, 2, 1. And when I just apply the flow division with the temp, I'm just getting it 1. So 1, a flow division of 10, I'll getting 0. So 0 is not greater than uh, 0 is not greater than 0. So now here it will be stopped, and you will getting the reverse number as a reverse number as a 1, 2, 2, and start comparing with that. If the n is matched with the reverse number, then I can say it's a return true. Better to make it everything inside the function def is palindrome. I'll pass the number is n and put it everything inside the bucket. And if the reverse and if it's match, then it's true. Then we can say it's a palindrome. Else return false. Okay, whatever number I'll just pass it is palindrome. I'll pass it number 1 2 2 1, then you'll getting that it's a true. And if I'm passing any other number inside that, you'll getting a false. If I'm passing any other number like 1 4 5 4 1, then again you'll getting the true. That means it's a palindrome. So this way we can making the palindrome, but startingly if the interviewer is not saying anything, you can apply this logic as well. Let's jump on the next question. Let me just remove it unnecessary things. Yeah. Let's jump on the next question. Write a program to get a frequency of the element in given in a list without using inbuilt method. I have a array to define in a list format. I have 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 3, 6, 2, 6. So these are the number I want to get it the frequency of each number. So of course I have to take the help from a dictionary. So let me just make the blank dictionary simply here and just iterate it each and every elements. So for each in array, so let's start with the number 1. Okay, and check that if that particular elements each is nothing but a 1, not in not in if it's not there in a data, if it's not there here, so what I can do, I can just define the data of each. Okay, I can define the data of each is equal to 1. Okay, simply I just define it. The 1 is equal to 1 colon 1 is become, but the next time else in the sense the data is already present. So number is already become a 1 colon 1, right? Number is already become a 1 colon 1. Better to not to write here. It's a temporary thing just to explanation purpose. I'm now the data is become 1 colon 1, right? 1 colon 1. The next time 1 again check. So 1 each means each and element. So now the next time element is 1. So 1 not in data. Actually, it is in data. That means is go to the else part and directly the data of each, which is nothing but a 1, and it will be just increment the number. So whatever values will generate it 1, so it's become a 2. The next time it's become a 2 only. Again, the 1 is coming, which is already present. It's become a 3. So next time it's 2 is coming, so 2 which is not in a data, so that's why again is creating the 2 and define the colon is 1, and again is define the colon 3 colon and define the values. So when you just run it and check the data directly here, so you'll get it all the data frequency. 1 is a 3 times, 2 is a 2 times, 3 is a 3 times, 5 is a 1 time, 6 is a 2 times. You will get a frequency with the help of dictionary. Hope you got it. This is one of the simple question here. Let's try to do it. The next question. Write a program to convert a list of multiple integer into a single integer. So I have this list, have integer itself. Let me just make it an ARR variable and just iterate it for each in a double r. That is also one of the simple approach. Yeah, we can simple question here. So whatever string I have, so each string, and that you cannot concatenate directly over there. So what I can do, I'll just convert into the string of each, and startingly let's define just we can say the output is equal to just blank string. I'll just define it. So every time whatever elements is coming, so output, I'll just add it each element with converting of the particular number into the string and directly concatenate here. So when I just run it, so whatever output you will get, it will be as a string concept, but I want output in an integer. You can directly convert into the integer over here to use the int function. So let me just apply it here. So one of the easy question was there to convert your the entire number which is defined into the list into the string. Let's do the question number 9. Write a program to print only the duplicates element in the list. So let me take the previous number itself. This one, this array. Okay. Yeah. So I want to print only the duplicates element. So what I can do, I can just directly iterate it each in the set of array. Okay, set of array where set it will be generate the unique elements, and also take the count, the array dot count of the particular elements. And if it's more than one, so it's a condition. If it's more than one, then I can say then directly the print it, print each. So yeah, 1 2 3 6 we'll get the answer. But in an interviewer is asking you ki you don't have to be use the count method and a set function to define it here. Without using the set function, without using the count method, you have to make it. Because in Python have a lots of inbuilt method is available. Okay, so in an interview perspective, we have to make a program without using the set function and the count method. So I have this array. Okay, this array I have, let me again write it separately again. Okay, so what I can do, I can just define, I'll just iterate it the entire process, the for, yeah, for I in range. I'll define the range is normally just n here. So n is nothing but the length of array. Okay, and so I'll just take this values, and after that I'll just take the count is equal to 0. Okay, the next time I'll also iterate it for j in range, and again start from the n. It's start from the 0 itself. It will take I as a 1, and this next time j will also take a 1. So the number of count become the 1 here. So next time again 1 is available, so number of count will be 2. So what I can do, I can just iterate it if the array of I, okay, so match with the array of j. If the first values will take and comparing with the starting to end, if it's matched, then I will directly just increment my number, count plus is equal to 1. So when I just increment it, then you will find it out the count digit for each element. I can also just print and check the count here. So you can see for, let me also print the each as well, at least not each I. You can see not a I, this is array of I. You can see. So 1, I find it out 3 times is available, 2 is available 2 times, 3 is also available 3 times, 5 is available only 1 times. So at least I reached in particular values for a particular output. So just only thing is that I don't want to print those number, those who are only 1 time is present. I'll just make the count. If the count is greater than 1, then I'll just print it. Okay, and I want to just upload it in particular. Yeah, we can say update it in inside the list here. So just make it normally the list, blank list, and make it the condition key if I already make the condition there. Count should be the greater than 1, and if the we can say the array of I, array of I means particular element, not in the data. So that time I'll just append it. So the data dot append with the array of I. So it will be store only those element, those who are count is greater than one. So of course it will be store only 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 6. So the data will store 1, 2, 3, 6. And the last time we are also getting the same answer. Even you can also just append it here. Mm. So this way you can achieve it to find it out the unique elements. Not a unique elements, only the duplicates element presented here. So 1, 2, 3, 6 is duplicates, 5 is not duplicates. That's why it's not displaying it here. Let's jump on the next question. Let me remove it, the unnecessary things. Question is write a Python program to find those number which are divisible by 7 and multiple of 5 between the 1500 to 2700 and both should be included. First of all, I have to just print the range is that for I in range and it should be started from the 1500 and it should be goes till 2700. Okay, 2700. But it's saying that included as well. Python have a rules that never end till last values, so I have to just increment it at least one values. Okay, and now whatever number I just find it out is saying that those number which are divisible by 7. So divisible by 7 in the sense I modulo of 7 is equal to 0 and a multiple of 5 as well. So what exactly the mean of that? So if I'm taking any number 35, so 35 is also divisible by 7. Okay, so if you divide by the 7, then you'll getting the values is 5, and it's also the multiple of 5, right? It's a multiple of 5 as well. So that means you can find it out the solution of divisible by 7 and multiple of 5, that with just modulo symbol I can just make the condition here. The I is a modulo of 5 as well. If both are satisfied, then I have to print it I, otherwise not. So you can see the 1512 that is also divisible by a 7 and multiple of 5, and this one also divisible of 7 and multiple of 5. So I'll get it in particular range itself. So I want to also check that how many elements is find it out data. I'll just make it here the blank list and better to data dot append of I. So I'll find it out the entire data and check the length as well, key how much data is present here. So 136 data is present in between the 1500 to 2700, which is divisible of 7 and multiple of 5. So that was a very simple question here. Let me jump on the next question. Write a anagram function to define it. What is the mean of anagram? Anagram in the sense if I have any variable which is the silent, I can also make it the as capital as well, silent, and the b variable which I have a listen. Okay, you can see the anagram, a word, a two word, we are always comparing that. If all the letters, sorry, not a letter, all the character is present in the second word as well, like S is present, I is present, L is present, E and T, all the character is present in the second word itself, then we can say it's an anagram. Otherwise, we are not considering is an anagram. So we have to make a function. So let me make a function is that def is anagram. Def anagram. I'll just take the A and B. So first of all, whatever number I'll just take it, I have to just directly convert into the let me take the X and Y. So whatever number I'll just whatever word I'll just take it. Let me just make it X dot lower because you're comparing with here, and B is equal to Y dot lower. Okay. The first condition is that if the length of A and length of A is not is equal to length of B, okay, that time I can say directly the false. So return it will be the false. But the problem is here, if you're making it length of, and this is not only the condition that is the anagram or not. Suppose if you have any word which is also the length is the same but the character is not match, that time I can say that it's an anagram. So this is the one of the condition, and another condition you can also define it. Suppose I'm just taking the count, uh character count. Let me just take it, character count, make it dictionary here, and just take it, the iterate entire character for the char in A. So the first string, I'll just try to iterate it. So inside that, if I'm just iterating it, if the character, if the character in the char count, if the particular character is already present in the char count, so I will just directly increment it. The simple way, simple process which I just applied the previous one, the character count of the char, I'll just increment it, and else I'll just make it character count is equal to 1. If it's not present, then I'll just take it 1. And I'll do the, I applies this entire process for the first string, which is a variable. So I'll do the vice versa. And when you just check the character count, let me also pass it is Armstrong. Yeah, Armstrong. It's not Armstrong, it's an anagram. It's an anagram, not a two anagram. I'll just pass the silent and listen. Silent. Second word is listen. Okay. So when you just check it, and what is getting the error? It's throwing the error argument of type int is not iterable because of this. Okay. I didn't pass the character here. Yeah. So you can see I find it out all the values is only one time is present. So the next time what I'll do, the number is a present, I will just do the decremental process. I will start removing it each and everything. So let me remove it, this part. And then for char, char in B, and if this is not required, okay, char in B, if the char in the char count is present in the time, the last time we just increment the number. So of course that all the elements is present. So if it's increment the number, so I will just decrement it. I'll just start removing it for from B, and the else it will be, we can say, else if it's not present, then it is directly return the false. Okay. So make sure that all the characters should be present in the B. If it's not present, that itself it's a false and it's not an anagram. And if all the process is satisfied, and also checking that the char count is print is char count here, char count, let me just run it, I'll find it out everything is become a 0. That means this is the anagram. And just make the condition here. Okay, if the count, we can say, uh, count in the char count dot values, so values I'll just get a 000. If the count is not is equal to 0 anywhere, if count is not is equal to 0, if I'm just find anywhere not is equal to 0, that means any number, if I find it out, then it will be written false again. If all kind of condition is become satisfied, then at the end it will be written true. Okay, when I just run it, I'll find it out the answer is true here. So all the condition I just satisfy. So if you have the multiple use cases, so it will satisfy all the use cases here. In case if I'm just passing double L, still it's showing that false. And suppose double L in, I'm also adding in the last, is becoming true. So now this one is a proper anagram. The whatever character is present in the first list, it's also present in the second list as well. So let's jump on the next question. Let me remove it. Find the non-repeating character from the string. For example, I have the string st1, which is the AASTT. Okay, likewise, I have a few character mentioned there. I want to find it out those who are a non-repeating character. So I don't know how many letters are a non-repeating here, because A I parts it two times, S is parts it two times, but a few character maybe is the only one time is present, that I have to check it. So it's a simple process. I'll just iterate it the entire string. So for I in st1, and check that, sorry, and make it the data is equal to, make it list, not a list, I can say the dictionary, the same, it will be the quite similar. So whatever condition I just apply it here, that will also the very similar here. So if I in data, if the particular character is present in the data, I'll just increment it, data of I, I'll just take it one times, and just increment it. If it's not present, then I'll just data of I, I'll assign the one here. Okay, so at least I'll find it out the complete frequency. If I in data, sorry, where okay, I miss it here in. So when you just check the data, so I'll find it out how many times is present here. So I think F is present only one time, non-repeating character. I'll just make it the dictionary comprehensive, sorry, list comprehensive. I'll just make it dot values. Okay, dot values. I'll find it out all the letters here. I will just need only one. So make it list here for K, comma V. Okay, even not values, I'll just make it items, and make the condition here, if the V is equal to 1, I want to display the key only. For okay, in yeah, so you're getting a only F. So F is present only non-repeating character. In case if I'm just removing some other character as well, like I'll just pass it, and then again let me repeat. So Q W R. So this is the non-repeating character, and the remaining character is the repeating character. So this was also the little bit easier question. So hope you understand. But in case if you're facing any difficulties, if you have some questions, some other interview questions here, so you can write it down on the chat. Let's jump on the next question here. I have a two list, both are unsorted order. Merge the list and result should be in the sorted order. This question is very similar to the question number 3. So question number 3 was that to make it the sorted order. So in a given list. So here we have a two list. Let's say, let's example, array 1 is equal to have a list is 4, 6, 2, 3, 9, 1, and 21, and again 10. So this is the one list, and let me also define the array 2 as well, which have a 5, 7, 2, 1, 9, 4. So these are a two list, and merge the list and the resulting order, I have to find it out. So simply I have to just merge it. Even in the Python, it's quite easier to array 1 plus array 2. If you just make it, you'll find it out the merging all the list here. But to make the entire process into the sorted order, so let me just take it the array ARR. I just make it just in that variable. Okay, and then apply it the sorting order here, the same process which I did in the question number 3. So now it's a concatenated both the array here. So I can also just print it the array so that I can easily compare ARR. So this is the entire list. And now I'll start with a j, for j in range, that value start with a 0 itself and reach till n minus 1. Why? Because I will compare with the j and j plus 1, like first values and second values. So kind of bubble sort, I'll just apply it. Let me also take n is equal to the length of array. So here the bubble sort, I'll just apply it. One values comparing with the second values. If if the array of j, if array of j is greater than the array of j plus 1, okay, array of j plus 1, then time I will just swipe it. So the array of j, I will pass it there, the array of j plus 1, and the array of j plus 1, array of j plus 1, I will just make it array of j. I'll just directly the swipe it there. Yeah, I'll directly the swipe it here. So when you just apply the one time of sorting here, swipe it here. So and then check that the array. So you'll find it out the arrays look like this one. Oh, it's already the sorted, but still showing like this. The array I'll just applied. Okay, it's not even sorted. Print array and also print it the sorted. So previously it was this, and now it's a little bit sorted. If the values is greater than that, so first values is not greater than the second values, so that's why it's not sorted. So wherever values is sorted here, so I'll just apply it, and you can see the values is 23 is reached till here. So I have to iterate it the multiple times. So how many numbers we have? So I'll just add it for I in range, pass it n, and put it everything inside that. And I don't need to go with n minus 1. I don't need to go it every time the last value is already the sorted values is applied, so I'll just do it minus I as well, just for optimization purpose. And yeah, when I just run it, so I'll get in the proper sorted order of the entire list. Question number 14: write a program to adjust number from list without using any inbuilt method. So let me consider I have a list which is 23, 45, 12, and 26, 78, and 34. This is the number, and I have to find it out the largest number here, the largest number, which is the 78. So what I can do, I can just consider that my first number itself is a largest number. So array of 0, zeroth index, so 23 will consider as a largest number. I can store it the max value. Max val, I'll store it here, and let's iterate it the entire process for each in array. But I don't need to compare with the 23 itself. I have to compare with all the numbers. So I will start from 1 colon. So by default, the index is starting from the 0. Here I'm just passing the 1. Meaning is that, so it will be start from the 45, 12, 26, 78, and 34. And check the condition. If the each is greater than max value, okay, in that time I will just update the max values. Max val, update it with the each. So here it will be update. So the 23 is not like max values, which is a 23. 23 is here is to starting from the 45. 45 is really a greater than 23. So definitely it will be update, right? The next time is a 12. So 12 is not greater than 45. So the max value is still, it will be a 45. Okay, so likewise, it will comparing with all the elements except 23, and you will get the maximum values here. So yeah, I want to check that what is the maximum values. Max val, I'll find it out. Yes, 78, which is the maximum values. But if the question is a little bit tricky, that here the write a program to find the largest number, but the question is to find the kth largest number, like second largest number, third largest number, fourth largest number. If such kind of question is coming here, so you have to first take this number and apply the sorting order. Any make it ascending or descending order here. So whatever process I just applied, like the question number 3, to make it the sorted, you have to do the same process here. Okay, so I'll just take it for j in range and started the number from 0 to n minus 1 till last values. I will not take it because I have to just compare it here. So 0 to n minus 1. N is nothing but your length of array. I define it n minus 1 and the colon, and check that if the array of j if array of j, which is start from 23, so array of j is greater than the array of j plus 1. If it's greater than that, so what you will do, it will be swiped completely. So may enter swipe completely, in the sense the array of j, it will be replaced with the array of j plus 1, and array of j plus 1, that will replace with the array of j. Okay, so the value will be replaced here. And now when you just check that, so here I just applied for only the one time of iteration. So next time you have to again iterate it. So I'll just do it for I in range with the length of n, and put it everything. So I don't need to iterate it the every process, because it will the last values is already, the transfer to the last means largest values is 70 is already transferred to the next values. So we don't need to define it there. So that's why I'll also make it minus I already explained the same process, so that's why I'm not going into more details here. And now when I just check that, where is the error? Yeah, now when I just check that our array, so that is showing in the proper ascending order. So let's make it inside the function def uh, largest number, and whatever array you have to pass it here, and the kth, whatever you want to pass, k values, which values you want to generate it. So for example, I want to generate the second values. Okay, let's take the default values is a second one I want to second largest number, right? Second largest number to generate it here, then I will return it the array of second largest, which is nothing but the largest number, it will be the minus 1, right? Largest number will be the minus 1. Let me just print it here, and the pass it my array here directly. I can directly pass my array, no need to define this one. So it will return the values is, and k, which is nothing but the 2 is defined. uh, Forget to make a colon. Yeah, I find it out the largest number, it will showing it here. The k is nothing but that one values is here. When I just pass it the k, then you'll getting the largest number. But in case if I'm just passing the values is the second largest number, right? Second largest number, in case I'm just passing it here, so which is the 45. So I'm expecting that in case if I'm passing the values as 2, I can get the answer is 45. If I'm passing the another kth number, like uh, fourth largest number in the sense 78 is there, then uh, 45 is there, and then 34 is there, then I can expect the answer is 26. Let me run it here, I'll get the 26. So this way you can find it out the kth largest number as well. So yeah, uh, and it is very similar to the question number 3 as well, because I'm comparing with I'm just making the sorted order. Let's jump on the question number 16. 16 is saying that find it out all the possible permutation of the character. Let me remove it unnecessary thing. All the possible permutation of the character. For example, I have a values is st1, which is the a b c. The permutation which will be bac, acb. So all the possible permutation I have to generate it here. So let's take it our the final answer. Let's take it the blank one, the blank string. I just make it here and check the condition. Okay, I'll here the find it out the permutation kind of things. uh I will apply it here the recursion function to implement it here. So better to directly start with the recursion. Okay, so yeah, def the permutation. Okay, permutation, I'll just pass it as, and whatever answer I want to generate it, I'll just make it by default is a, the blank one. But in case if you're just passing it any other answer, because startingly let's take as a blank one, because I have to apply the recursion function here, and take it the let's iterate it there for I in range, where that will be the length of s. Okay, so Definitely I'll just pass it the st of permutation, that I'll pass st1, that will be abc. Okay, so when I just iterate the entire process, so let's take the character first. Character is nothing but your s of I. So each character will take, and let's take both the values. So left hand side I'll just take it, and right hand side I'll take it. So let's consider that the character is a 0, I is equal to 0. Okay, so let's take a first left. So left value will be the s of all the values till I. Okay, let's consider that it's a 0. So s of colon with 0. So you're getting it, s is not defined, it's a st1. So you're getting is a blank. The left side there is no any values is there because it's going to last value which is 0. And a right, if I'm just taking it here, so right st of the 0 to all the values. So startingly it will taking the all the uh, right and right, it will taking all the values. Okay, st1. Okay, I'll did not run it here. Better to, okay. So this one will be the left, and this one will be the right. So startingly, let's take the left hand side. We don't have a values, and the right will be the s of the um, right. I'll just take it the I colon all the values. So here, when I just pass it here, this till starting from the 0. So problem is here, if you're just passing the 0, it will taking from this all the values, right? So that's why I'll just pass it here the I plus 1. So let me also just make it 1 will start. So BC will be the right, and left, that will not consider anything here. And the character I, which is nothing but a CH only. So now here I will apply the permutation. Yeah, we can say recursion function. I'll just apply it. So recursion, that particular function, I'll just pass it inside that, inside that. Okay. Before I have to find it out the rest values. What is the rest values? I'll find it out. So rest is nothing but is remaining rest value. It will be B and C, right? So left plus right. So currently left I have is nothing. Yeah, left I have nothing, and the right I have BC. So the next time when I just apply the recursion function permutation, and inside that I'll pass the rest. Okay, I'll just pass the rest. So next time is pass the S only. You can see at least I find it out a B, C, and the next time C, and then B, the all the values is there, and I have to just return the answer, right? So startingly our answer is just blank values, and make the condition is if the length of S. So here the length of S has become the 0 because you can see B, C, then C, and the blank, then again B, and again the blank. If the length of S is become a 0, in that time I will just print it answer. Okay, I'll just print it the answer. But when the s become the 0, okay, when s become the 0, let me just print it here. Instead of printing this, even it's already the blank one, but I have to just add it that values. The answer I will also add it. So answer, not answer, we can say it's yeah, whatever the previous answer we have, answer plus I'll add the ch. So ch, which is the startingly it's one values, and it will be added one by one. So when I just run it, I'll find it out abc and cab, all the permutation I just find it out there. Okay, so because of this answer, it is possible because of the permutation is applied over there. So whatever possible combination is there, it will be okay. So in case if you're facing the issues to not stopping it yet, you have to just return it. Any values you will just return, you will also get it in case if this recursion is not even stop, but here is directly stop, so no need to do that. Okay, hope you got it, like how we can find it out the permutation. So permutation and factorial kind of things, if you want to do it, we always doing the recursion. Recursion is a better work here if you have permutation, and the factorial kind of things is here. Hope you understand the entire section questions. In case if you're facing the any issues, and if you have any question, I should also explain it in any other video. So definitely I will do that. You can write it down on a comment. and I will solve your problem if it's not needed to make a video, so I can directly help you on a chat itself. So please write it down the chat in case if you're not able to find it out any solution and you're not able to understand it, I'll make it more simpler way. So if you find it out, it's a meaningful, it's a helpful for you, go and check out the GitHub page where the solution is also present. And yeah, just subscribe it. And if you find it out, this video is helpful for you.